Mahila, let's talk about Philippians 1. It's loaded, man. I mean, it talks about it's needful for you. And this is talking about Paul Begley. This is talking about Buster. And it says, one preaches in envy and one preaches in contention to provoke others to tighten the bonds or the bands on Paul and Paul who's writing it. And he says that you can see through my strife and everything that I've gone through, that the way he says it is like, you can see that others were trying to put more on me, and you witness that. You witness the others, like, that I got caught up in what I was doing, that they were trying to twist it all. That, like, they were using, like, what I did not explain. Like, they were using what I did not explain against me, and were like, well, he explained a little bit here, a little bit here. Like, he journeyed over there, he journeyed over here, but he didn't cover right there. So he says, like, see, I travel betwixt the two. He says betwixt the two, which is to be with Christ, to be one with Christ, and also to desire to die. And he's like, I travel right between the two, because I have to do all these random tasks, is what he's saying. So he says, like, you'll see that I'm in the palace, and he's like, and I've done good work in the palace, trust me. And so what he's using is, he uses Israel Hall, of that he was of life and death of the envy. He was life and death of the envy. Then he uses, God forbid, I'm not going to speak on the rest of the church of Paul Begley, but it's not his sons, but it's his fake son, and it's the rest of that church that, including Jackal, that says that they were contention to put more strife and more burdens on Paul. So he says, don't be terrified of anything that they'll say or do, because that's a token of their perdition. So it's a direct reference to this new church that the Begley, that he was called the beautiful people. And see that, like, this whole Philippians 1 explains exactly what's going on in Indiana. Like, it's all about Indiana, Philippians 1. And so he even says, like, my falling out, I've never gotten anyone in trouble in my whole life. I don't get people in trouble. I go by grace and mercy. And what mercy means to me is you always have mercy no matter what on everyone, for the karma, for the dharma, and so that you don't go to hell for your judgment. And see, like, I call people out on here, but this is me talking and studying. It's not necessarily a judgment. And the way that, like, I get killed, I also will call people out during that also, like Patrick especially. But, like, the two people that I really did condemn were Minister Paul and BP Earthwatch. And it was because they were BP Earthwatch, by the grace of God, I have not reported, but I sent him a comment. And what I said in the comment is that I did report Minister Paul for persistently pursuing that the multitudes would come against me for a type of hanging, and also for torture, and also for extreme hatred. And so That's the only time I've ever reported anything on YouTube or done anything like that in my whole life. I've never gotten anyone in trouble, including Hannah Kaufman and uh uh I don't know. I forget her name, but I don't want to call her by her nickname. That this black girl that was friends with Hannah Kaufman. I don't want to Caney. Well, that was the name, but I don't want to get into it. But like I called them out, but I never got them in trouble though, and I said I would, but I didn't. It was just a scare tactic that I was using. But like this this is all I've ever done in my whole life. I'm 37 years old. I was born in 89, and I don't get, like, people broke into my car, trashed it. Like, I never filed a police report. Like, I don't get people in trouble for anything. Like, you could shoot me and I'm still not going to get you in trouble. Like, it's, even when I do, like, get people in trouble, it's never that they're in trouble. Like, it's just whatever. So, and that's just like real minor shit that didn't even matter at all. And like even Jim Rogers, like, he cut off. He's Bruno Mars. Like, that was like the information that I had, and I've gone over this very, very thoroughly with my dad and everything, and like, it was all right-wise. Like, we did everything by the book, and it was all that there was really abuse going on, and it went unreported, and I know that everything was, taken care of by both sides. Like, the one that's in the industry is not a bad guy, okay? And he wasn't bad then, but we had information on him. And that's what it was. I mean, you have to look at my story. Everywhere that I went was like that, where they were all weird with the girls, and they were like demanding things, and they were changing the whole team based off of that and not doing their job. So, like, Philippians 1 explains all this, okay? So it's just hard for me to get into because it brings up all the memories, but here it is. Like, the way that I understand it with Bruno Mars and others that were like him, that were weird with the girls, is that, or like the gay corporate and everything, is that there was deep force involved, okay? And I'm thinking of the best way to explain it the way that I read it. Okay, the force is this is what it is. It's Lando Carlisian. Is the way that it is. It's Lando Carlisian, and his name even means what I'm talking about. And it's that, like, take the photos with Santa. It's like, now don't laugh, okay? This is really what it is like, the girls were tallying every way that I got killed by my parents, by my own parents. And he wanted a collection of those so that he could design the practice around that. So, like, you see how when I'm in my placement of the deal, which is as helicopter game, Kobe Bean Bryant is helicopter game. you're at the racetrack, 8 stacks, 8 schools. Like, you're just on a racetrack going and going. Like, it all happens so fast. It's like Fast 2, Too Fast, Too Furious, the opener, where Paul Walker travels the country and he got into all this mischief. And it's like, you had all these adventures and you left a lot of people in the dust, and you're still on the racetrack even when you're in the deal, like reminiscing on all this and discovering it all. And like, what you think is taxes is really to everyone else happening so fast. Like, he's got all these connections in Las Vegas. Like, he's just a made man. Like, he's really doing well. And like, the way that your parents are they call it schizophrenia, not psychosis even, and they say you need to have money and have a job, is like, no one else sees it that way. Like, everyone else is like, he's in Las Vegas, he made it. Now, I know there's some differences here, and you may think that my parents think, but like, the helicopter game that me and Jacob Roberts would play is that you're going and going as fast as you can until you crash. And that's just the end of the game. So, like, the way that it was I was so far into the game dilemma of Marlins, is that I could not see the other side that I'm on now. Because right now I'm on the other side of the matrix. So like, even though I was against Bruno Mars, Jim Rogers, really I wasn't, because I helped him on the other side of the matrix. Does that make sense? Like, so Philippians 1 explains all this and says like the difference is the ones who add strife and burdens to you. They add those burdens to you when they know, like they'll say Taylor Swift's wedding, the bandwidth, right? The sign bandwidth. And like how Grox will say, well, the 45 Cyrus is the mom and dad. And like Taylor Swift represents, he's got to save her. Like, listen, that's what they use against me. Is like this story of, well, he's the alpha and he's it, and it's the A-it pyramid, and like, he's the king, he's got to save all the girls, and like, well, no, like, he's not that good. Like, they use that to call me that, and then they use it against me, and they don't separate. Taylor Swift is in the industry. She cut off. They think, no, she's Tennessee, she's DuPont. And it's like, no, she cut off. She's not DuPont anymore. Like, so Philippians 1 explains all this to Jonathan Kleck, to Grox, to BP, to Minister Paul, and I got nothing against anyone, okay?